What's going on? What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? How's everybody doing today? As you can see, it's your boy Wild Mar. I'll be joined in a second by residential white boy Nick Shine. He'll be in here in a second. A lot of stuff we got to get to today here on I.O.W. Sports episode 99. 99 episodes. We're one away from 100. Yeah, we've been grinding over here. We've been grinding. That's what we've been doing over here, trying to get everything, in a conglomerate. What up, though, Mel? Shout out, Mel. He's out in Arizona with the fam, having a good time. If you hear anything rattling, that's not changing your pocket. That is a snake. Get your ass away before you get got. I can't help you if you get got by a rattlesnake, bro. So if you hear anything rattle, it's not pocket change. It ain't pocket change. Just run the opposite direction before you get got. No, shout out Mel. Hope you're having a great time with the fam out there. Sir, no, sir. Sir, you cannot put us in a position to get canceled when you're not even on the damn show. Sir, calm down. Calm down, all right. and if your Johnson is rattling like that, you might need to go see a doctor. That's something more than some chlamydia, some claps, some regular STD shit. If you rattling down there, you need to go holler at the doctor. Shoulder shrug. No. How the hell you causing ruckus and ain't even on the damn show? Anyway, y'all go over to the website, www.ioff119.com. The link's on there to for the Patreon. You feel like drop some change in the Patreon to help Detroit Mel and myself offset some of these expenses. What it takes to build a media conglomerate. We definitely appreciate it. Nothing the pop can't fix. Oh Lord. Hey, penicillin can only do so much, Mel. So if you hear that rattling, back away, bro. No. Cop some merch, y'all. I'm rocking some I Off the Wonder podcast merch. Of course, we got the I.O.W. Sports merch. Get you a bird. Get you one of them. You see the background, you see the logo. We got those on hoodies, and we got them on t-shirts, so you can definitely cop those. And then, of course, Detroit Mail has his very exclusive t-shirt clothing company, J. Edward Collection. Definitely cop those. Those shirts are mad comfortable. So that's the merch is on there. And then, most importantly, y'all going over to your respective app stores. You did go over to your Google Play Store for you Android Google users. Going over to the Apple Store for you Apple iOS users. See it scrolling on the bottom of the screen. Go get the I.O.W. Network app. A lot of great content on there from all different type of various podcasts, as well as great music from independent and mainstream artists worldwide. Great content. Definitely, I'm telling you, go check it out. Now that we got that out the way, and here's our favorite white boy in the world, I.O.W. Network's favorite on Big Nick Shines in the building. Our favorite homie. He has graduated from homie. We are no longer.
Thank you. I'm universal, bro. I'm universal. I don't see color. I'm universal.
We are no longer going to refer to him as I.O.W. Network's neighborhood white boy. This is Big Nick Shine. He's our favorite homie of the show.
What's up,
y'all? How you doing, bro?
It's deja vu all over again, because every year before October ends, the Jets are out of it, and I gotta break out the North Carolina.
Oh, you bringing out the Tar Heels gear?
And when I went to Chapel Hill 2 years ago.
Oh, you got the mug too?
I got it for the old man, and when the old man passed,
you got the
my mom was like, "Oh, keep it." She's like,
"Oh, bro, no. You keep that till you go to the casket, bro. That's something you keep till you go to the casket. That's good memories right there, man. But no, hey, you know what, Nick, man, brother, man, I can't complain, man. I'm on the right side of 6 feet, so it ain't too much complaining I can really do, my man.
You know who's on the wrong side of 6 feet?
There's a lot of people,
and I feel like I texted you last night. I feel like I spoke this into existence.
No, hold that thought, because we're gonna get into that in just a second. Let's get a
joke, man. You messed up. I had a good setup and everything.
No, I know you got a good setup. I know you did, but check this out. Let's hit a couple of other sports topics before we get into our week 8 NFL picks. Man, this, of course, me being a Lakers fan, I kind of spoke about it last night on the late night Al show. This is going to be a very challenging season for the Lakers. When you got this
Tumultuous. Ridiculous.
yes.
Very tumultuous. It's going to be. I'm with you. Like, I don't like it.
Look, this is something that was known about Westbrook before he got to LA. And this is what starting to baffle me about how the Lakers are running their franchise. Things that the players that they're grabbing and bringing over to the team. The book has been written on what they are. And this, they don't have time, physically to even go back and change it. They're older guys. Yeah. And so they're established. Their name's been established. Their style of play has been established. And you bring over a guy like Westbrook, he's going to fill up a stat sheet. We get that. There's some good parts he's going to bring, but damn it, there's some bad that he's going to bring with him.
For somebody who dresses so soft, and weak, he's actually a really big hothead.
He is.
Like you know what I mean? Like the outfits don't match the personality. He's a fucking hothead. Like, and he's go a hothead.
Off. I know he took some he didn't like the way that young player did that dunk at the end of the game because the game was out of hand and he didn't like it. And I get it.
Go get the inbounds pass then. Go get the inbounds pass. Why you got to throw it from the bench all the way into the front court? Just walk back, get it, and run the clock out.
Play defense.
You done that shit when you were 22. Not you.
Oh, Westbrook. Yeah. Oh, Westbrook. Oh, yeah.
He giving up a steal and a dunk. Get out of here.
No, he's not. But he's angry at the guy on OKC. But my thing is you guys blew a 20-plus lead. If you didn't want the guy dunking in garbage time, you should have won the game then. Win the game.
Point your anger where it deserves to be pointed, and it's everybody in yellow or purple or white, whatever they were wearing last night. I forget. But that's the issue, right? The issue is frustration because you blew a lead. And the problem with the Lakers, the thing I equate them to, and you're going to love this, the artist formerly known as the Washington Redskins spent tons of money. They would bring in all of these stars. They'd overpay everybody. Mm-hmm. But to win in sports, in football and basketball, you need your role players. You need your guys who do the dirty work. You can't just line up stars and win. You need guys who are going to set screens. You need guys who are going to rebound. You need guys who are going to be gritty and grindy. You need an asshole like Draymond Green. You need someone who cares about the little things. As much as I don't like him as a person, as a player, he does the shit you need to do to win. Who does that for the Lakers? You got rid of every role player. You got rid of every guy who was coming up in the league and may need to take that role until their game evolves. You got superstars. You got guys at the end of their career. You got guys who are ring chasing. I think it's a bad chemical makeup of talent because it's
terrible.
It's the terrible. Same guy. I want the ball. I want to score. All right.
Yeah.
You gonna D up?
Yeah. Who's playing defense?
Not when you're up 19. You're not D'ing up. It looks like.
The Thunder were 0-4. Didn't even look like they were going to get a first win no time soon. And here you go, blowing a 26-point lead, and you let the Thunder get their first win of the season. And you hit a good point with about their makeup. Year in, year out, since LeBron has gotten to LA, they get older. They don't get younger. It makes no sense to me. They keep bringing in all these older guys.
Are even older. It's not like they're just aging. Now, instead of bringing in a young guy or like having a guy like Kuzma, now all of a sudden you got Carmelo. Come on, Carmelo can't move.
He's good for a mid-range game. That is because about it.
He's long and lanky, right? And he can get that shot off. He doesn't get separation. He just shoots over people because he's got that length.
Yeah, but he's very limited to what he's going to be able to bring. And there's no diss to Carmelo, but that's just the point he's at in his career. I'm not expecting him to be a defensive stopper. I'm not expecting him to be pretty much on offense a light out shooter. I'll be happy if Carmelo gives me 10 to 15 tonight, and I'm okay with that. And that's about it. But with Westbrook, look, the first time in history that I've seen a quadruple double, and one of his stat lines was 10 turnovers. 10 turnovers? 10? And that's his sixth time in his career that he has had a triple double where he has hit double figures in turnovers. This isn't his first quadruple double with the turnovers.
I
This
remember
isn't
when
his first time.
I remember when Dikembe Mutombo had a triple double and it was with 10 blocks, but I'd never seen a triple double with 10 turnovers. Quadruple double.
And it's his sixth one in his career. 6-1, 6 times. That's some goat shit,
This is
dog.
what happens. It's I'll use the reference again. I know I used it the other day. Russell Westbrook is a New York Yankee. It's home run or strikeout.
Yeah.
There's no small ball. There's no. It's pedal to the metal or it's the car don't start. There's no in between, and that's what you get when you play that fast. You play that aggressive. Sometimes as a point guard, Jason Kidd, for example, you come off the screen. It's better to slow things down, let things develop, and then the pass is wide open. But when you determine I'm going hard as hell, you got to make your decision faster. Guys got to get open faster, and defense has less time to cover. You're actually helping the defense by going that hard. Sometimes slowing down, letting the defense come out to you, you get a nice little bounce pass into the opening that you created. But when you go hard all the time, that's what she said. When you go hard all the time, it's your decision-making time is cut down.
Big time.
You know, you watch Kidd. Kidd would come off a screen. He would back dribble, open everything up. Boom. Guy would be wide open.
He was methodical. He was very methodical.
Yeah. And it's Westbrook is just he's Speedy Gonzalez, man. And when you play that fast,
I don't know how long this lasts. I don't know how long this lasts. I don't think this roster stays together before the trade deadline. There's no way. It's not possible.
LeBron's going to have to do his best coaching job.
No, he's got to do his best general manager job. Oh, no. He got to do his best general manager job because he's about to turn into GM real quick. Oh, my God.
When they have their meetings and they start to figure shit out and people get called out. And I mean, I know, like we said, Westbrook puts up numbers, but he doesn't put up W's. He's not a winner. Never been a winner. I thought this was a bad matchup from the beginning. Did you see the meme this week? Did you see the meme this week about the trade that would break the internet? Trade Westbrook for Kyrie.
Oh, I saw that. I saw that.
Harden and Durant would be back together.
I saw that. That wouldn't.
God
that
no.
It would work for the Lakers in that. No, for the Lakers, that's a win for him. That's a win for the Lakers. That's not a win for Brooklyn. I don't see Westbrook ever being able to change his game to fit a championship formula. I just don't see it. And I'm not stupid. I'm not blind. I understand his talent, the intensity that he brings to the game of basketball. I get that. But when you're talking about a player that's more suited for 1v1 basketball and not so much suited for 5v5 basketball, that's just what he is.
You bring him to Rucker Park, he's a legend. But the NBA game and the strategy of it, it's like he hurts himself because of how aggressive and how fast he plays. He's not suited for an NBA point guard. He's suited for like a come off the bench spark type of guy because how much he needs the ball in his hand.
True. I agree with that wholeheartedly. So I wouldn't even be surprised if they end up putting Rondo, giving him more starts, especially when LeBron's on the floor. I would not be surprised. That's the only way I can see it work. If LeBron is on the floor with Rondo and Russell Westbrook comes off the bench to be the spark guy and just make sure that the lead is maintained while LeBron is resting. That's the only way I see it working. But Russell has to be willing to come off the bench for that to work. I don't know if he is. So
that ego needs like 3 seats on the bench, man. So they need to make that bench a little longer.
What Mel say, he said, the same thing happened last year, and they didn't make a lot of moves last year. So I don't see them doing this year either. Yeah, I just don't see how that roster is going to stay together long term. there has to be some serious adjustments and ego checking for this to work out. Definitely
And
ego
Mel makes a
checking.
good point too, because like LeBron's stubborn. He wants to make it work. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
If you're a young guy who don't fit what LeBron wants to do, they got no problem shipping you out.
Oh
But
yeah,
these are his boys that
yeah.
he handpicked to bring in.
Relationships. He got relationships off the court with all these dudes.
Yes. So if you
You
ship
know,
one of these guys out, man, it's like it's going to affect your personal life. Like, you know, there's drama to it.
you were hitting exactly where I was about to go, because this isn't about business right now.
Yeah.
This is about
It's about having
friendships.
fun.
This is about hey, you know, I'm last few years in the league. Let's have some fun. If we win, cool. That's what it seems like. You know, these moves that the Lakers are making they don't seem like adequate business moves, business decisions. Like I said, I haven't been understanding the Lakers' makeup or how they've been constructing their team the last few years since LeBron's been there. I just don't understand it. I just don't get it. I get you got the championship in the bubble. Even though I'm a Lakers fan, I still kind of put a little asterisk by it. You know, that bubble championship. But I mean, you know, you got a fragile Anthony Davis and an old aging LeBron James, and you guys got 3 months off in the middle of the season, so that helped you out big time. So, you know, like I said, I'll put a little asterisk by it. If they count it, so be it. But it is what it is. I mean,
Who's your defender?
That's what.
Who's gonna shut down? Who's gonna stop the other team's main score? You're not putting Carmelo on him. Westbrook don't really care much about defense. He cares about slacking off so he can pad his stats with getting easy open rebounds.
LeBron lately.
Curry.
Look, LeBron lately's been kind of in and out on his defense.
Yeah,
You know,
he's at the
I've
point where
seen.
he's going to conserve his energy.
Yeah,
Those legs have a lot of miles on them, man. More than any
a
of us
lot,
will ever see.
a
And
lot
he's
of
at the point of
miles.
his career now where he needs other guys. He needs role players. He
Mm-hmm.
needs guys who can step up, cover the main score, and then he can kind of take a weak power forward who likes to step out, or someone who's not really a driving threat. You know, to have him have to play defense like he's 26 again, that shit ain't happening.
No,
I
it's just
think
not.
this is going to be, like I said, tumultuous. It's going to be up and down the entire year. They're going to have games where they might win by 35 because everyone's shots on, and then they're going to have games like last night where your age shows and you're not able to
Mm-hmm.
finish it because you don't have Anthony Davis is your best 3-point shooter. You don't have like an assassin 3-point shooter like almost every team has now, if not multiple guys. So
Where's the shooter at?
You're susceptible to blowing leads. Like you put together a Rucker Park team.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they got. They don't have a compete for a title team. And now they might be able to do that because the talent, even though they don't have the shooter or the D, their talent will carry them so far. But the strategy and the chemistry will blow up in their face when they play a team that's built the right way.
This team has second round exit written all over it. They're not getting they're not even getting to the conference finals. I'm calling it right now. Lakers are not getting to the conference finals.
I agree with you. They're not built for it. Unless other teams have like horrific injuries, like in game 1 of the series. You know, you play the Warriors and Curry goes out, or you play the Suns and Booker goes out. Now all of a sudden, you maybe get an easy path, but I don't see them being a team that rolls like people think they will.
Yeah, they're not going to roll nobody. Mel said, that's fine. We can have a relationship. We can play poker or something, but we can play basketball together because it's not working.
Is he talking to us or is he talking?
No, he's talking about the Lakers. He said the only way this roster works is if players are open to playing different roles, and at the trade deadline they get a young bull. He said Russ is like yes, he did. He said Russ is 17% from behind the arc. That's atrocious. That's absolutely disgusting. With their shooting, they can't hang with Utah with their 3-point shooting. Oh no, they can't hang with Utah's 3-point shooting at all. I mean, and look, you got to find
and they might not be able to defend it either. They might not have the dogs to defend it.
No, they don't. And that's the thing. I'm having a hard time seeing a defender. I'm having a hard time seeing a dog. I'm having a hard time seeing a shooter on this roster right now. And that brings a whole bunch of like you said, a tumultuous season. And you're being very nicely with that shit. You're being
Yeah.
very nice with that. So hey, look, I don't know exactly what they're going to do, how they're going to do it, who they're going to bring in, but I didn't even like the construction of it. Here's the thing: they have Buddy Hield locked. They all they had to do was pull the trigger, and then all of a sudden, next thing you know, 30 minutes later, they switched it up and went to Washington and got Westbrook, and that didn't make no sense to me right there. I'd rather
I've
take Buddy
loved that
Hield right
kid
now.
since Oklahoma. I've loved that kid since Oklahoma, man. I always said that kid would be a star in the NBA. He just needs the right team. That he would have been a star in LA because that's what they needed. They need that guy who can shoot the deep shot.
Nick, he was about to pack his bags, man. He was about to pack his bags, and then
Oh, when
all of a
he heard the
sudden,
rumor, he's throwing everything in.
oh, he's like, I'm going to LA. I get out of Sacramento. Hell yeah. He was like, come on. And then next thing you know, 30 minutes later, he's like, nah, I'm playing. Unpack your shit. You ain't going nowhere.
That's like going from the Jets to the Packers. Like you're like, holy shit, it's happening.
Hey, mark my words. When the Kings play the Lakers, Buddy Hield's going to kill them. He's going to torch them.
Yeah.
He's going to absolutely torch the
Lakers.
Kid. Oh, I do too.
I like that.
I mean, just look at the upside you would have got with Buddy Hield. He's in his late 20s, so he has a few years left that to extend his career than what Russell Westbrook is. You're talking about a guy that doesn't necessarily need the basketball in his hands and usage rate as much as Russell Westbrook does. So that gives that lets LeBron still be his little point forward. You know what I'm saying? Buddy Hield can score, so obviously there's some scoring that's coming with him. I'm not too sure about his defensive moniker, but still, he's going to score. I know that for sure.
Yeah.
And that gives you, he is a shooter. That's your third option.
That's what that team is missing. Yeah.
Yes.
And
that's your
he's
third
got
option.
Like the greatest basketball name ever. Like I know Larry Bird is from French Lick, Indiana, but it sounds like Buddy Hield is from like a white town in Indiana because that's just like that's like to me that's like that's the ultimate white boy name, Buddy Hield.
Buddy Hield.
Like you look at him and then you look at the name, you're like, wait a minute, how did these two get together?
Hey, and he's from the Caribbean. That's what's crazy.
Yeah,
he's from the Caribbean. He's from Bahamas or something like that.
I love that kid's game, man. And
no, I think
the Lakers are going to regret trading for Westbrook.
Oh no, they got to have buyer's remorse at least starting to creep in right now. Like, come on. And here's the thing: the Lakers did need a third scoring option, and you got an aging LeBron who's already showing, the last 3 years, first time in his career, he's starting to show, Father Time's getting to him by taking, ankle injuries, taking time off and stuff like that. He's already taken off 2 games already. Anthony Davis,
4 or 5 games in. He's on pace to play what, 44, 45 games?
Something like that. He won't be playing all 82. Then Anthony Davis, you already know the story is written on his fragility as in being durable enough to make it a season. He's already grabbing at his knees.
The only thing durable about Anthony Davis is the unibrow. That's the only thing that can go season to season and not break down. The rest of his body breaks down all the time, but man, that fucking unibrow is the strongest.
Hey, that thing stay there, dog.
Let me throw something out there for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me throw a question to you.
Yeah.
You think LeBron is starting to break down? And then he said to the Lakers behind the scenes, I don't know how many games I got in me. I don't know if I'm playing 60 plus. Maybe we need somebody like Westbrook who can fill my role when I'm not there. Like I'm just taking a different approach at it. Like, LeBron, he plays PowerPoint, right? He plays the point guard role. He plays distributor. What if LeBron knows his body can't do 60 plus games anymore? And he said, we need somebody to fill my role because I'm not going to be there as much as I've been. What do you think about that?
To answer that question, I think he was already in that mindset when he traded away all them young guys to get Anthony Davis. So I think he was already starting to think that way, as in, I'm an aging superstar. Yes, I'm still one of the best in the world, but get another star in here that can start taking the load and be the primary point of production, so that I can start slowly, aging off into the sunset and still maintain my body and health.
Well,
So I
that's the
think he
first
was,
step of it, right? The
yeah, I
first
think
phase of it is I
it
need
was
another
Anthony
premier
Davis.
scorer. Now, the
Yes,
second phase of breaking down is I need somebody to be the main distributor.
yes. Which makes sense getting Russell Westbrook, but still doesn't make sense as in Westbrook's game that fits the team aspect. So I get that
Yeah.
point. So I think you're on to something where LeBron is literally thinking. I mean, just look at it last year when they got eliminated. He wasn't really worried about that they got eliminated. He was already promoting Space
Talking
Jam
about the
2.
movie. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you starting to see shit like that where is he mentally starting to slowly check away from the NBA, because he's set financially. We know this. He's
Oh
good.
God, yeah. God,
And
yeah.
and image wise, or his legacy is pretty much set as well as one of the greatest basketball players to ever play in the
And we
NBA.
got to remember
So
too, this man, this as long as he's been in there, which is almost what he's 36 now,
mhm.
37.
30, 37-ish. Yeah, I think.
So he's played since he was 18, and with all the playoff games that he's been in, I think he has the equivalent of three and a half more seasons plus Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
Those legs, that body, as physical and chiseled and as unique as he is as an athlete,
Yeah.
nobody beats Father Time. Father Time is undefeated.
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 Undefeated. And
So
look,
it's going to be interesting to see what they do, and it's going to be interesting to see. And it sucks that they're on the West Coast, like we say
yeah. So I
with Mike
mean,
Trout in baseball. You're
yes,
mostly going to
yes.
wake up and see what they did or see the highlight. You're not going to be able
You
to
know what's
watch
funny?
most of the games for us.
You know what's funny? I didn't think of that. That you just made a great point. So look at it this way. Is there a possible way to think that LeBron was thinking the same thing? Let me go ahead and get the Mike Trout treatment. They won't see me as much on the West Coast. They won't see the foolishness that's going on in Lakers land. They'll just get highlights and analysis in the morning about what the hell is going on out here. That might have crept into his mind
Could
too.
be a little part of it. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, let's check out what
And the
Melvin
main thing
said.
for him has been Hollywood. Hollywood was
Yes,
important to him for transitioning after basketball.
yeah, that was part of it.
And always having a say in what, like Kobe had a say in personnel, right? So they know that the Lakers have been catering to stars and will take their input and try to make them happy.
Yeah.
So I think there's a lot of parts of that decision, but I definitely think that could be one of them.
Oh no, I definitely agree with you. Let's see what Melvin Wall had to say. Shout out Melvin Wall. Y'all make sure y'all jump on to the YouTube Man Down podcast page as well as the Facebook page. Y'all like, share, subscribe, show some love to them fellas over there. The Lakers knew they couldn't play their way into a finals appearance, so they tried to own the biggest storyline in hopes that it'll be financially beneficial to the NBA to have them in the finals. That's an interesting way to look at it. It's a very interesting way to look at it, man. Like I said the other day, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I do sometimes see in major sports, especially NFL, NBA, there's some things that kind of happens that for entertainment value. I'm gonna put it that way. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
nice like that. So,
You know what I
man,
could see happening?
what's up?
I could see a fast break dunk happening. LeBron hits a fast break dunk, and one of the referees does like the Cam Newton celebration and has a Lakers jersey on underneath the referee shirt. Like, we got this shit.
Hey, if LeBron starts getting the Tom Brady treatment in the NBA, then you know damn well the fix is fucking in, bro, for real. Because then
Like,
at
these
that point,
female
you're like,
referees will be winking at LeBron, but they're not flirting with him. They're like, yo, we got you. They brought us in just for this.
but no, Mel, look, I don't think you're far off from that. So I wouldn't disagree with that at all. And now that you're here, Melvin, I got the updated results of our NFL picker, man. So you can keep patting yourself on the back.
Oh, I got to bounce at 5:30 today too, brother.
No,
I know
it's
we
all
got to
good.
do.
Yeah, that's why we're gonna go ahead and start getting to our picks right now. Mel, you in the lead 77 and 30. Nick, you're not too far behind, 72 and 35. Sophia's right behind you, 71 and 36. Me and Detroit Mel got to do some work. Mel's in the bushes, he's at 67 and 40, and I'm down deep in the bushes at 62 and 45. So I gotta start cheating my way. I mean, not cheat, but I gotta start. I gotta start picking a little better games so I could get out this cellar that I'm in. But no, let's
All
get
right,
to
Bill
it.
Belichick. I see you,
I
Bill
know, right?
Belichick.
I
I see
know,
what
right?
you're up to.
Spygate, baby, Spygate. Yeah, Melvin Law. When I know you saying this week is tough. You don't know. I can't pick these wins. But
I hope
definitely
not.
make sure. Yeah, I hope
I
not,
hope not.
because we need you to come back down from Earth, motherfucker. But no, Mel, make sure definitely send over your picks before that 8 o'clock kickoff. Same thing with you, Jamel. Detroit Mel. Anyway, let's get to it. You've already kind of alluded to it. Your boy JJ Watt, you put a little voodoo hex on him. Out for the season, man.
It's
Out
like
for the
we
season.
talked about it last week, and I was like, "You're waiting for it to come in." It's like, are we all just like waiting for the alert to come in? And then you texted it last night. I saw that he got injured, but then last night the season-ending surgery, he tore his bicep, he tore his labrum, he tore like 3-4 things. Like, it's time to go, man. It's just
I said the same thing last night on the late night out. Man, Nick, damn it. Sometimes I can't stand it when you read my mind, but damn it, I love it when you do sometimes because
he
damn
can't
it,
finish the season. Like,
bro.
you got to, and he's a very committed player. He's a very good player. He's
He
one of the
is.
top defensive players of all time. But I think this is 3 or 4 straight years now. He hasn't been able to get to like Thanksgiving.
All right, so check this out. This has been JJ Watt's career. He's 32. He's been in the league since 2011. Now, from 2011 to 2015, played all 16 games. 5-time Pro Bowler, 3-time Defensive Player of the Year. And then 2016 happens. He's only played 3 games in 2016. He missed 13. 2017, he only played 5 games, missed 11 games. 2018, played all 16. Everybody's like, oh, he's back. And only in 2019, he missed another 8 games, only played 8. And then all of a sudden, 2020, last year in Houston, he's back, played all 16. Wasn't the same guy. And then now goes to Arizona, only makes it through seven games, man. My thing is, his legacy has already been cemented. His greatness of what he does on the field has already been cemented. They love him in the media. They love him what he did for Houston after the hurricane. All the money he was able to get donated to help the city. Bro, you are a lock for the Hall of Fame. Go enjoy your life with your wife. Start making some beautiful babies.
And he's a great personality. He's a great person. He'll be able to pick whatever network he wants to go to.
Yes.
And work 1 day a week.
Yes.
I feel bad for the man because I still think he's a top 10 defender of all time. With what he did in his prime, even though it was a small prime, was 5 years, but 3 Defensive Player of the Year award. Not many people have that, man.
Most be happy to get 1.
Exactly. You look at some of the all-time greats, and they don't even have 1. You locked up 3. He was a wrecking force in his prime. He's one of the greatest defenders of all time. You build it. People, I like to build your all-time defense. If I'm building my all-time D line, he's on there.
Yeah,
he's in there because he can rush from inside and outside.
He's done enough. You've done enough.
Yeah, and your body's just.
His body is telling him. His body is telling him it can't go no more.
It's waving the white flag, man. It's a wrap. It's time to go. And I'm not being like, normally I make asshole remarks, but I really like him, and I feel bad for the way his career has played out the last several years. But at this point, man, you gotta
know when to hold them, know when to fold them. know when to walk away.
How about this? Don't sign with the team. I think he has a 2-year deal there anyway, so he'll try to come back next year. I think he signed a 2-year, $25 million deal in Arizona. But how about this? Don't play the first half of the season. Come back like week 9. If you're going to play down the end when they need you. Playing in September and August don't mean a fucking thing. Come in late and be there for the playoff push. And then you get hurt by Christmas and you say, oh, I almost made it.
Oh, we got the man down boys going in on day. So Melvin Wall has already been in there. He said Corey Chen take is on life support. That injury that was supposed to take the Rams out ain't happening to is happening to every other team in the division except the Rams. So just a backstory on the Man Down podcast. Corey Chen, one of my favorite sports analysis, man. His takes more than not are spot on. But this take he said that the Rams won't make it to the playoffs because Stafford's going to get injured. And so Corey finally joined and watched the show. He said it's only a matter of time. The O-line is a bit suspect and Stafford is stained glass. Watch. He's waiting for that other shoe for Stafford to get hurt.
Yeah,
I don't know, man.
You could say that the line in LA is suspect, but that's like going from a Pop Warner line in Detroit to Michigan.
At least an Alabama line.
Huge difference between LA being suspect and Detroit. Detroit's line was stained glass. That's why Stafford got the shit beat out of him there.
Hey, but
the Rams are a major upgrade with a line from Detroit.
Hey, but here's the thing. Now, Corey isn't wrong that Matthew Stafford does get hurt, but Matthew Stafford still plays hurt. Yeah. He doesn't miss games. You know what I'm saying? And whether it's a detriment to the team or not, it's definitely in Detroit. He still needed to play because you had no other option.
Stafford's a hockey player playing quarterback.
That's a great analogy. I never thought about.
He plays. He'll get his teeth knocked out. They stitch me up. He'll get struck by lightning like the baseball player back in the day. Like, just revive me. I'm good. I'll play.
All right. Let's get into these picks since we already talked about Arizona. Aaron Rodgers is going to be without, of course, Devontae Adams, huge loss. He's probably going to be without Allen Lazard and one more receiver. I think I saw. I'm not liking the odds in Aaron Rodgers' favor, man. But something still tells me, man. I don't know. Something still tells me,
right? Like,
yes.
He'll bring in like the fucking hot dog vendor, and the guy will have 3 touchdowns and like 74 yards. Like they just met each other. I'm looking forward to see what they do with Adams. I know they're 6-0, I think, or 6-1, whatever it was. That they've done very well without Adams the last 2 years.
Yes, they have.
Games.
Yes,
but you've also played some cupcakes in that time. You're not playing an undefeated team at home late October on national TV. So, would you bet against Aaron Rodgers?
That's the thing.
Green Bay, if Arizona's going to Green Bay on a Thursday night late in October, I would be more likely to lean towards the Packers. I think Rodgers will compete. I'm looking forward to was Alexander? Is there a shutdown cornerback? Him and Hopkins? Jair Alexander? Is he the shutdown?
I think, but I can't remember if Zaire's out though, because I think he's been put on IR for a minute. But the crazy thing about Green Bay's defense, they're still a defensive unit that is top 5 in sacks. Same with Arizona. So I could actually see this game being more defensive than possibly imagine.
Murray's hard to get though, man.
He is.
Murray's legs fucking hard in the game. Yeah, because if he can get away, if he can break that pass rush, get out of the pocket, extend the play, we know he can hit big plays downfield. Kirk has been coming. Hopkins isn't having huge catches. Normally Hopkins has 110 catches and maybe only 6-7 touchdowns. This year it's opposite. He's scoring touchdowns, but he's not having
the receptions.
That 10-11 catch game. Like he's not having those. That's because
obviously. Well, honestly, it's not necessary right now. It's just not.
They have
a full offensive weaponry. Oh boy, that was a huge trade.
Yes, because they were missing over the middle. You got Kirk who can get deep. You got Rondell Moore who could get deep. You got Edmonds out of the backfield. The only thing you were missing was a guy who you can rely on in the numbers. And you saw last week they missed the touchdown pass. Ertz turned in. He thought he turned out. He thought he was going to turn in, and like they kind of looked at each other. But you know that shit's going to get ironed
They'll
out.
figure that
and
out.
now
They'll figure that
you've
out.
got him in the middle, and those safeties got to worry about him. It's going to open up the outside. You're going to see Kirk having some big plays. You're going to see Hopkins going back to having big plays. It takes the pressure off.
You just made my pick for me, man. You definitely just made my pick.
I bet Arizona minus the 6.5. I took them tonight in a big parlay.
Cool. So
I just think that.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No. So you rolling with cards tonight?
Yeah, I got the cards. Yeah. I think Aaron Rodgers will keep it close, but I just think that the weapons
it's too much
Arizona
to overcome.
has,
it's too much to overcome. It's
if
too
you're
much
fully loaded with Adams, I'm the other way. Like if you're fully loaded with Green Bay, I think that they're a veteran team. They've been on the big stage. This is Arizona's first real big game. You know what I mean?
No,
it's national TV. You're playing.
Well, they was able to get that big game against the Rams. So I think they're more battle tested to handle a situation like this. You know what I'm saying?
But they're still young and coming up with the coach, with the quarterback. You know, even though the Green Bay coach is young, Rodgers runs that shit. He checks out any play he doesn't like. He's got carte blanche to do whatever the hell he wants to do.
He does.
But Arizona's getting there.
They are.
It'll be a good thing to see tonight. You know, do they get shell shocked? You know, does Rodgers get up 14-0 quick, or vice versa? You know, or is it a battle all the way through? And it's a shame that for a big primetime game like this, you're not fully loaded with the Packers' weapons. So give me Arizona tonight, but long term, I think the Packers have the better season.
No, I definitely feel you. Mel has said watch resume is cool, but I have to put Sapp, Bruce Smith, Reggie White, Ray the Killer. Ray the Killer. His name is Ray Lewis, Mel. Julius Peppers, Strahan, Aaron Donald, LT, Kevin Green, and Luke Kuechly, and a couple of others ahead of him in the top 10.
I don't know who Mel is. There is no way Peppers and Kevin Green are above J.J. Watt all time. That's Kevin Green.
You took the words out of my mouth.
Kevin Green over J.J. Watt?
I would have put J.J. Watt.
Pennington over Tom Brady.
I would have put J.J. Watt ahead of Kevin Green and Luke Kuechly. Maybe Julius Peppers. You can probably make a good argument to sway me either way on Julius Peppers, because Julius Peppers was a monster his damn self. But some majority of your list right there, Mel, I can possibly agree with. I don't know about Kevin Green and Luke Kuechly though. But Corey responded. Yeah, he said you're reaching with half those names, Mel. Okay. More than half.
Right, so it's not just me. All right.
Listen, Corey says cards by 10. Yeah,
the guys like Champ Bailey have a longer career, but you take Darrelle Revis in his prime. His prime is better than Champ Bailey's. Champ Bailey had the longevity and stacked up better career numbers in terms of interceptions. Nobody fucking threw at Darrelle Revis. That's why he didn't. The fact that he had 6 interceptions in a season was amazing because the percentage of the balls thrown his way was so small.
Cromartie. They were going to Cromartie. They was attacking Cromartie before you attacked Darrelle Revis.
He wasn't bad either when they were there. That's why that defense was so good because both of those guys could play one-on-one. But Warren Sapp in his prime, I'll take J.J. Watt's prime over Warren Sapp's every day.
Fair.
Sapp don't have multiple defensive player of the year. Sapp played on a great scheme, on a great defense. J.J. Watt was the defense. What the fuck was Houston doing without J.J. Watt? That's going to get me heated, this discussion. We got to move on to the game. I got to get out by 5:30.
Yeah, and now, Corey, you're right. Speaking on the Railroads, he said 6 picks, and they threw at him 15 times all season.
Exactly.
You make a great point.
His prime is better.
Oh, yeah.
Like when I say top 10, I look at their prime years. Obviously, the last 5-6 years for J.J. Watt have not been the same as his first 4 or 5.
Yeah.
But that prime, man, that prime run is Aaron Donald's the only one who's got a better prime run than him in terms of their peak years.
I feel you. Look, you can make an argument on that whole list, but speaking of, we said the Real Reeve is his former team, and your favorite team, the Jets. You get
Bengals.
Cincinnati coming.
Give me the Bengals.
Keep it moving. All
Bro,
right.
I looked into a bet last night. The Bengals are giving 10.5, and I was like, how much is it if it's 19.5? Like, I'm looking to swing the spread the other way. My buddy says to me, my buddy texted me.
You get Flacco back. You get Flacco back.
He's like, what do you think about the Bengals Jet game? He's like, what do you think about over? I'm like, over. It'll be over by 1:15.
Game started at 1:00. It's over.
Yeah, it'll be over. That's the over. Over by 1:15. I'll take the under.
No,
man.
Look,
Zach Wilson's out. Becton's still out. Mosley's hamstring's still bothering him. This Bengals team is now. This is one of those games that you look at and like
it is a trap game. This is trap game.
Yeah.
It's a trap game.
Like if you're the Bengals, don't look past the Jets. Take care of your business. Joe Burrow throw for 5 touchdowns. Wrap that shit up and get out, man. Get out healthy. Give me the Bengals. This is a no contest. Hey,
this is the game that the Bengals should use it as a stat game. Let's beef up some stats right here.
Yeah.
Here's an interesting game. You got Tennessee Titans on for 2.
You taking the Bengals too? I take it.
Oh yeah, come on.
You called the Jets over the Titans, bro. I don't know with you. Like if you say that, if you say Jets, all my money's going on green.
Look, I am deep in the bushes in this damn football pick'em. I need to start picking smart. I need to start getting back in the game. So, interesting game right here. Tennessee Titans, 2 big victories. They're starting to make their starting to get that offense going. They're hitting the Indy division game. This was to me. This is not an easy one. Just for the fact that the Colts are starting to get heated up. And to your credit, you said it, Carson Wentz is playing better.
Very well.
He is.
He's doing that RPO. The plays that they ran in Philly where he would tuck it and keep it. He's a decent running threat. He's not Lamar Jackson athletically, but he's so skilled with the ball control and the fakes.
Keeps the defense honest. Keeps the defense honest.
Yes, and he's throwing the ball well. That being said, man, I like the Titans. I like King Henry, man, because he enables the rest of that offense to open up. And even though he didn't have a huge game against your boys last week, they were able to take some shots downfield. Because of the respect you have to show him.
Bingo. He had 29 fast. Carries. He had 29 carries, only 89 yards, but you still had to respect
it. You have to go all out, right?
Yes.
Now, that being said, Indy's defense is small. Indy's defense is fast. But somebody like Henry, you have to respect, and it slows you down because you have to respect that run game, which should open up some shots downfield for them. And I'm going to take the Titans. I'm going to ride the Titans.
That's that point right there that I think you were heading to, Nick. Corey just said it. He said, there's no answer for Henry. And now that there's no answer for Henry, you got A.J. Brown finally waking up.
Yeah.
You got Julio Jones.
Healthy. Because Jones and Brown were both. That's the only reason they lost to the Jets. It's because Jones and Brown were both
They didn't play. They were both
out. If that was an important game, they probably would have played. But they're like, we could beat the Jets without you guys. But, yeah, that is – domino effect, right?
Yes.
Henry's going to get his ball minimum 25 times.
Yes.
You take those key shots downfield, you capitalize on those, and Jones and Brown can win one-on-one matchups.
Easy.
I like the Titans right now.
Yep. They're doing exactly what I think everybody imagined once they acquired Julio Jones or what this offense is going to look like. It just took a little minute for it to get there.
Yeah.
But damn it, it's here now. It's here. So good luck trying to stop that offense.
And what's the other part I always say? New play caller.
Yes.
Right? Arthur Smith is now the coach in Atlanta.
Yeah,
it takes some play callers sometimes to evolve and find out. And you could tell this guy has been living off Henry.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to make a deep playoff push and you're going to be you gotta lighten these up. He might need only an 18-20 carry game, where he's not taken. And I know he can physically withstand it. He's a beast. He's one of a kind. He's one of one.
Definitely.
Running backs that we've seen. But 17 games, 3-4 playoff games. Not that I think they'll get that far, but
Yeah.
you're looking at 20-something games possibly. What are you going to do? You're going to have 600 carries? You're giving them almost 30 a game. What are you going to have, 600 carries? Calm the fuck down.
Yeah, and I think the Titans offense, especially with their new play caller, they'll get more and more adequate enough of the usage rate with Henry, because you have to, because we know his physical specimen and his makeup is alien like. It's weird. We know he's durable.
He's built like Predator too. Got the hair and everything.
But you don't want to wear him down. You don't want to wear him down. So he's suited for playoff football. Yeah. That's why you keep him, take his usage down a little, especially towards the middle of the season, and crank it right back up towards January, and they'll be just fine. Here's a game that we probably won't have to discuss. You got the Rams going to Houston, trap game for the Rams, but I think we both know what's going to happen right here.
Oh yeah, the Rams are rolling.
Yeah. Here's an interesting game.
Quick question for you.
Yeah.
Let's have a side thing. Does Cooper Kupp go over 150 yards again? Because my man is balling right now.
Yes, Houston. Oh, come on. I'm not taking that bet. He might rack up. Look,
I think he's at 869. Yes, I remember because I made the joke about 869. But he 131 yards. He's going to hit 1,000 yards halfway through the season.
Now, Corey,
you might be looking at one of the greatest statistical seasons ever for a wide receiver. 1,000 yards, 8 games in.
The crazy thing is he still gets damn near half the targets that Matthew Stafford throws, so he's going to get those numbers. Corey, I see you saying Tyrod's back. I get it. Tyrod's back. That offense does move better with Tyrod. Change your pick. Tyrod's back.
Change the pick.
But look, Tyrod is only one probably positive piece of that whole team. There's a lot of negative on that team. So I understand his.
You traded.
Yes, they just traded away.
Brandon Cooks is like, yo, trade me the fuck out of here if this is what we're doing.
Yo, it's bad when Brandon Cooks had to tweet he was mad that they traded away Mark Ingram. That's bad. So yeah, Rams should roll in this big time.
Yeah. Give them Joe Montana. Joe Montana can come back, and I'm still taking the Rams.
Oh yeah. Anyway, but Pittsburgh, Cleveland. This is an interesting game, is because you look at Cleveland. They was able to still move the ball with oh, Corey, I see. He said, "Oh, I'm still taking the Rams just by 20 and not 49." That's valid.
Okay.
You look at the Browns last Thursday. They were still able to move the Browns without Kareem, without Chubb, without Baker. Still moved the ball. Dearness Johnson came in, did his thing. Case Keenum was still able to move the ball. But you got Pittsburgh. You know their defense is good, but still that question mark on offense, man, it's a big question mark. I don't know which way to go in this game, really.
What's the injury updates? Is Chubb out? Baker's out. It's still
Chubb,
all 3 out.
Well, Baker, I know Baker's out for sure. Kareem Hunt's still on IR.
Okay.
Chubb might be the only one that might have a shot of playing.
I like the game plan that the Browns did last time, because what they do, they ran the ball, they did a little bit of play action early, they got their touchdown, and then they let the defense ball out.
That's their game plan with Baker. That game plan didn't change. Game plan didn't change.
But it's like they struck early. They did they threw a little bit of the ball downfield a little bit, because they struck in like 4 or 5 plays on that opening drive. I don't trust Ben, even with this. I know Najee Harris is nice, but Cleveland's defense is nice, and Myles Garrett, he's a wrecking crew, man. And if you're going to be back there and you're Ben, I'm press covering everybody to give Myles Garrett free reign. Give me the Browns. Even with everybody out, I don't like the Steelers at all.
Yeah, I'm with you. I can't trust Ben no more. I can't.
Yeah.
If you're talking about 5 years ago, I would easily have said Pittsburgh, but I can't now. Hey, Ben still look.
Yeah.
if he has time to throw, which their offensive line is still kind of struggling in Pittsburgh. Najee Harris is he's slowly starting to see that he's starting to get the running game and hit the right holes and just hit the hole and stop trying to shake and bake. So you see that starting to progress. But I don't know if that's enough to help Ben with the arm that he has. He's not mobile.
And even when Ben has had time, he's missed guys.
He has.
So it's I like Cleveland's offensive line enough to neutralize Pittsburgh's pass rush. And I'm not talking. No, it's Browns for me. I don't like Pittsburgh's run defense, and then I don't like their offensive line. And I think the two trenches is where games are decided. And I think Cleveland gets the check on both of those.
Oh, so they're saying Baker might play, Corey? Oh, okay. I mean, either way, I'm still going Cleveland. But just because you still got Myles Garrett and Jadeveon Clowney you got to deal with on that other side, on that shaky offensive line, and a quarterback that's far from mobile. So
I like his comment though. Fantasy says Baker's going to play. Also,
my damn head.
Fantasy says Baker makes a difference. It's a fantasy to me.
5 years ago, Cleveland was garbage anyway, so of course you're taking Pittsburgh. Yeah, but no, I don't know. I just don't see Pittsburgh going anywhere. I know they got a couple of wins the last few weeks, but they played Denver. They played some other scrub teams that, at full strength, you should be able to get a victory. But Philly.
I mean, it's a shitty game. Let's be real.
It is.
It's not a game that anyone. If you're not in Cleveland or Pittsburgh, you're gonna sit down and say, "Oh, I gotta watch this game." It's gonna be an ugly AFC North game. Like a lot of them have been. It's not gonna be the playoff game last year where it's 40-something points scored. It's gonna be one of those knockdown, drag out games, and it's gonna be more sloppy offense than great defense, I think.
Yeah, I feel you. Next, we got Eagles going to Detroit. I think this might be the one, dog. I think Detroit might get
You always throw it to me first, and I wanted to say that. Now that you said it, give me Philly. just because you're last in the picks, and I'm gonna be like, nope, I'm not going with them. If I would have went first, I would have took Detroit. But go ahead.
This has to be it right here. This has to be the game because you saw what they did against the Rams. They literally went all out to get that victory and just came up a little bit short. They just didn't have the horses. To maintain that game against the Rams. But onside kicks, yes, in Detroit. You can still take them, man.
I take it back. I'm going with you. Give me Detroit to get the first win.
Yeah, I think this is it right here. Look, we said it repeatedly. Every game, Detroit will give the effort. And when you're playing a team like Philly, who is definitely struggling, this is it. This is it right here.
They're not getting blown out. They're competing.
No, they're
competing.
They've
been playing teams who are much more talented than them, but they're competing.
Yeah.
A team that is maybe equal with talent, I think they should be able to outcompete them and out-execute them.
I feel you on that.
Selfishly, I need Detroit to get a win because it helps the Jets with draft status. So
with that Philly, yes, it says,
go Detroit, go.
Let me find out you're gonna be rocking Detroit blue this weekend. Damn it! No,
I'm gonna have mom's spaghetti on my chest just to show support.
Oh shit! San Francisco at Chicago. I'm gonna say this. I'm not gonna make my pick yet, but Matt Nagy's not doing anything to help the confidence of Justin Fields right now.
Leaving him out to dry.
Yes, he is.
Yes, he is. I know Montgomery's out, but you got a running back who's filling in nicely. Create situations that your quarterback can succeed in early and often.
Mel's happy you're going with Detroit.
What did Mel say? Where's he going?
No, he threw the smiley faces. He's happy everybody's going to Detroit right now.
And Mel's taking Philly. He's like, I know better. But the game plan that Chicago's putting in is it's like they're trying to make Justin Fields Lamar Jackson. Hold the ball, get in his hand. The best way for young quarterbacks to succeed, get the ball out of your hand quick. Move the chains. Sustain
Big
drives.
Time. Yeah.
Stop trying to hit the big. It's almost like the Patrick Mahomes theory. Stop trying to hit the big shit all the time. Move the chains.
Big time.
Have some timing plays. Stop the rolling out and holding it and holding it and holding it, waiting for something big to happen. Take your opportunities when they're given. Stop trying to force opportunities. And that's kind of like the offense Nagy's running right now.
He is. And
kudos to Mitch Trubisky for taking that fucking coach and team to the playoffs twice.
Twice. Corey agrees with this. He goes, Nagy's going to get Fields killed. He is. He's going to get him killed.
Yeah.
And here's a problem. Here's a problem with the situation what's going on with that situation in Chicago. This is going to be one of those years. It's going to be some bumps and bruises with Justin Fields. I get that, but with your coach not setting you up to be productive, as in the play calling, man, this is going to be detrimental to his psyche going on further in the future of his career. Because now he has to pretty much start over next year. He's going to have to pretty much start over next year.
And you don't have a number one pick because you traded that to move up for him to the Giants. So your chance of getting an elite lineman that might like help out isn't really there. You know, it's I know you said Corey said that he's going to get Justin Fields murdered. Nick Bosa is about to be OJ. Nick Bosa
let's see if the glove fits first. Fits first.
I love the running back Mitchell. Mitchell runs hard. Give me San Francisco. I think no matter who plays a quarterback, it looks like it's supposed to be Jimmy G, but
it's going to be Jimmy G.
The better team. San Francisco's got the better coach. Give me the Niners even on the road.
Yeah, I'm with the Niners too, but Jimmy G is he's still going to get the starts because Trey Lance still hasn't even he's not back nowhere close to 100%. He just now started. He just returned to practice this week, so Jimmy's definitely getting the reps.
And I don't want to hear anybody critique Jimmy G off of last Sunday. They played in a fucking monsoon. So timing was off with throws, ball not coming out clean. Both teams were dropping passes.
Mel said, "How dare you?" OJ probably rolling over in his grave after that analogy.
OJ's alive.
Oh yeah, OJ's still alive, Mel.
You should be rolling around in your grave after that.
He's still alive.
You know something we don't?
I didn't hear no news OJ got killed, but okay. But look, here's another game that I think is still a toss up. You got Carolina, who's
taking Niners.
Oh yeah, I'm not. Right. I can't touch Chicago right now.
You trying to pull the Belichick here? You're not really saying the teams.
No. I'm. You blew my strategy, man. Damn it. Look, San Francisco. Nick Bosa is he's going to be all over Justin Fields. That old line for Chicago ain't good any. It's not. It's not good. So that doesn't help Justin Fields' situation either. Here's a game that I think is a toss-up. Atlanta's starting to get going offensive-wise. Kyle Pitts is starting to show up and actually be the tight end that everybody thought that
he's putting up the numbers now that I called him to have in week one. In week one, he did like nothing. I was like 7 catches, 125 yards, and now he's done it back-to-back games.
Oh, he's putting them up now. He's putting them up now for sure.
They know what they got, and they're evolving and getting him the ball. He's a unicorn, man. You can't put a corner on him and because he's too big, and you can't put a linebacker on him because he's too fat.
Melvin Wall is a fool. He says, okay, he died after the verdict. Dead man walking. They won't even accept his cash without running his credit report. Man, chill out, bro.
He bounced back nicely with that comment. That was a nice bounce back.
So we got the Panthers, who are struggling right now. Lost 3 in a row. Sam Darnold's starting to turn the ball over. But he gets a week
He
that he
is
can
who we
bounce.
thought he is.
He is who we thought he is. But he's starting to come back because, well, this is where I think he can make a point to start to come back and get back to what they were doing before. I know McCaffrey's still not playing, but he has a chance to go against a terrible defense in Atlanta. So you have a chance to actually get back in your mojo this week. But here's my conundrum. Atlanta's run a couple of games. Carolina needs to win a game to get back on the winning side. So, who you going, man?
I think Atlanta blows them out.
Mm.
I think Atlanta is like 34 to like 16 game. I don't even know if Carolina's going to get to 16. It's like they get one touchdown drive and then they just turn to shit. So I don't know if the game plan sucks. People killed the Jets GM, Joe Douglas, for letting Robbie Anderson go. But you see now, Robbie's a one-trick pony. He's not an all-around wide receiver. And if you don't let him get deep, he's fucking irrelevant.
He disappears.
And now you can double DJ more because you're not worried about Robbie Anderson burning you anymore. They're not blocking for it. They're not having the time. You double DJ more. Without McCaffrey, that offense is stagnant.
Yes.
I love Arthur Smith. I say it time and time again. I love Arthur Smith. He was my pick for the Jets head coach this offseason. I love what he does with the offense. He's figuring it out. They're starting to evolve. They've designed plans for Pitts because you can see how effective he is on the field. And as strong as the Panthers secondary might be, I don't think that the Cardinals are playing, or that the Panthers are playing well enough to go outshoot them.
No, I got you. I'm going Atlanta too. But Melvin Wall brings up a very interesting question because I've been thinking this myself because they pulled Sam Darnold at the end of that game last week against the Giants. You got pulled against the Giants.
Game which I called too, by the way. I
did have the
Giants that week.
So he asked, would PJ Walker make a difference? And here's where I say yes, he would make a difference because he knows this offense. He's been with the Panthers the last year. So he's been under Matt Rule and probably understands this offense. In my opinion, I think he would understand it a lot more than Sam would. And PJ Walker, if given time, can make the throws, but he does add an element of mobility that Sam does not. I think he would make a difference, especially against a Falcons defense.
Sam's got above average athleticism.
He does.
But Walker's quicker.
Definitely.
But it's a catch-22, right? Like you want your quarterback to make the quick read and get the ball out of his hands. You don't want to have your plan to be, we need this guy to run out of the pocket more. So it's fix the problem. The problem is shorter routes, ball out, timing.
I know he can run, Corey. I know Sam can run. But if you're talking about comparing him to PJ Walker in the mobility department, I'm gonna roll with
I don't think either moves the needle in terms of winning. But I will throw this out there. Probably about 10, 11 o'clock Sunday night, you're going to see that the Panthers traded for Deshaun Watson.
Well, I don't know. They've already went out and made their comments that they're out of the deal, and that is pretty much Miami or bust. That's what they say.
You get blown out by the Falcons 34-10. You're like, all right, you know what? Maybe we'll do this.
That conversation's back on.
Maybe you do it long term. You get him in building this year. He learns everything, and now you got a piece going next year.
That's a good point because
you're looking long term. You're not looking to win this year if you make that trade. It's you hope. Let's get him. He gets suspended. Whatever. Like, make your fucking decision, NFL. Put him on a list or whatever you're going to do. Suspend him for 10 games, 12, a season, whatever it is. Because right now, he's eligible to play. Houston is not playing him.
He is eligible to play.
Bring him in, get the wheels going, and say, you know what? We lose him for 8 games next year, 12 games, whatever the case may be. But you still got him under contract for 2 more years after that.
Yeah.
So it's not a win now move. It's a let's build the rest of this fucking team. And then when this shit is over and rectified with him, we can become one of the elite teams in the league because we got a good defense.
That's a good
point.
Have
a premier quarterback. We don't know if McCaffrey will still be in the league 2 years from now with all the injuries he's got. But yeah, that's my call Sunday night. Give me the Falcons. Dead blowout. And Sunday night, Monday morning, overnight, maybe like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, people are going to get alerts that Panthers trade for Deshaun Watson.
Man, I can't disagree with that take because especially if they get their ass blown out by the Falcons, you got to have the conversation. But I like your point of saying this is a future move because I think what's hesitating teams to go ahead and pull the trigger on making this trade is because they don't know what's going to happen with the civil suits. They don't know if he's going to get suspended. And I think that big gray area of not knowing is what's stopping people from making that trade. And they want to, but they're like, we just don't know. So you bring up a good point. Miami travels to Buffalo. I don't think we need to really conversate too much on this one.
I'm going to take Buffalo, but I wouldn't be surprised if Miami keeps it close. Like, they've been scoring. Tua's played nice the last 2 weeks. I know they haven't had the right outcome, but I don't think this is as bad as it was the first time around. Didn't they the 37-0 or something the first time they played?
35-0, yeah.
Okay. I could see like 35-6.
Yeah, because in Buffalo,
it's a tough. Miami's getting a good luck, right? They're not going there in November or December. You know,
which
Miami's not a team that really plays well in the cold. I could see this game being like 38-17. Like, I could think Miami might be able to keep it close for a little bit, but the talent on Buffalo is just going to wear them down, and they're going to open it up late in the game.
You know, they were both. And so Corey and Mel pretty much wrote this at the same time. So Corey said, move McCaffrey to the slot and find another running back. He can do it, and it will extend his life.
Does Corey know my plan? Corey, my plan is that the Panthers trade for Saquon Barkley and team Barkley and McCaffrey up, because neither one of them can stay healthy enough to be the main feature back. And using them as a tandem would be a really awesome plan. So we're on the same page.
And then Mel came right by him. He said McCaffrey can save his career if he moves to wide receiver. He's trying to put so much muscle on his body to prove he is an every down back, and he is not. Reggie Bush effect. I like that. Oh, look! Corey digs it. He digs the plan. That's not a bad plan. McCaffrey
has bring OJ back. He just signed OJ. Bring him back. Bring OJ back from the grave.
No. The Panthers ain't gonna touch that. They still trying to get away from the Ray Caruth situation. They ain't trying to touch that right now, bro.
And they had Hardy too.
Yes, I forgot about Greg Hardy. Oh shit, yeah, they ain't trying to touch that shit right there. But no, sign the juice.
I also hear that Ray Rice is available.
Oh no. We don't need all that in Carolina. I don't need that media coverage coming close to Carolina. I'm good on that. But yeah, I'm going with Buffalo too. I get Tua's been playing nice. It was against the Jaguars defense. It was against the Falcons defense, two defense that are struggling. So yeah, you're supposed to look nice. Buffalo's defense is another issue. Did people forget what Buffalo did to Patrick Mahomes?
Yeah.
And Buffalo had that game in hand against Tennessee, lost it. Then they had the bye week. They had at least 2 weeks to stew on that. They're angry.
Not angry. Yeah.
They're angry.
Yeah. They want to show everybody what's up. Yeah, I agree. It's just gonna be ugly.
You say 35-6. I'm saying 35-3.
No, I think it'd be like 38-17, to be honest. I was joking with that. I think Tua could get a touchdown or two, but I just think
I don't even see that.
They're not going to be good enough.
Nick, this is not Atlanta and Jacksonville defense. Buffalo has the defense now. They got the pass rush now. They don't go in to get after Tua. And they going to get that Buffalo crowd going crazy, the mafia going nuts, jumping off of tables, fighting in the crowd. And they're going to be doing it while Buffalo Bills are beating the dog shit out of the Dolphins.
I think Waddle will get one. I think they'll score a touchdown.
It,
Give me 13. I see 13 final score.
it'll be that DK Metcalf got one where I got one off of busted coverage long. That'll be it. That'll be it.
Yeah, that might happen.
Tua might die Sunday for real. There's a chance. Get the body bag ready. Get it ready. Look, for real. Next up, we got the Patriots traveling to LA, taking on the Chargers. This is an interesting one, too.
And I know the last week Jets didn't have CJ Mosley, and he's the quarterback of the defense, and he's also a good run stuffer up the middle. And the Patriots were killing us with runs up the middle. Harris was getting like 9 a clip right up the gut. They just doing traps right up the middle. So that
by 50
aberration, a huge aberration last week with what the Patriots
Chargers
did.
by 50. Wow.
Chargers are coming off a bye. Chargers are coming off of a spanking against Baltimore. This is another team that's going to be fucking angry and want to prove a point. You got a bye week to get your guys healthy. And those cross-country trips suck, man. You see it. Chargers came out to Baltimore. Didn't look like themselves. I'm going to take the Chargers. I think this game might be a little more competitive because Patriots always have a good game plan. They got a great, experienced coaching staff. But I think talent-wise, I think Herbert is back with a massive game. After a shit showing in Baltimore, I think the Chargers come out and say, hey, don't forget about us.
I'm taking the Chargers for that point too, because that's definitely a damn good point. But here's my thing with the Patriots though. Besides Damian Harris, nobody scares me on that offense. Nobody scares me.
Game plan. It's always been the game plan up there, right?
And I think look, the Chargers got enough defense to slow that down because it's already a pretty much. Bless you. It's already a simplified offense that the Patriots got. It's no different from what they was running with Tom. It's just Tom was just excellent at making sure to hit the right reads. Yeah. And Mac Jones is getting there. You can see he's getting there, making the right reads, making the right throws. But damn it, we've said it on this show. I've said it on the Man Down. Corey Chin has said it on the Man Down. Darwin James has managed to stay healthy, and he is a difference maker on that defense. Huge difference maker on that defense.
And with the lack of receiver talent that they have, you can press them up front, eliminate these quick throws, and now you allow Joey Bosa to get off and do what he does, and he could torment this rookie.
Yeah. So I'm going Chargers. I think they got that one. Here we have the Toilet Bowl game. You got the Jacksonville Jaguars traveling all the way up to Seattle, Washington, take on the Seahawks. Trash can game.
I want shout out to Seattle Seahawks for losing, I believe, their 3rd or 4th straight game. As of right now, the New York Jets have their first round pick, which is a number 8 overall pick.
Oh, you licking your chops for that shit, bro.
Oh man, because now you can get an elite offensive lineman and a stud defender too. So I'm really excited about Seattle losing again. Give me Jacksonville going up to the Northwest and getting their 2nd win of the season. Just throw at Jamal Adams. Listen, Trevor Lawrence, throw at Jamal all
He won't catch it.
And
he won't pick it off. He won't pick it off.
And you know what? I want to go on record. We made fun of Jamal when he did that introduction on Sunday night about being the best in the nation. And I found out this week that it was a tribute to a kid who did that years ago in 2013 and tragically died. So I'm going to apologize. I never go back on shit that I say. I thought it was Jamal just being Jamal, which is promoting himself. So I'm going to apologize because I ripped him and made fun of him for that.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
He did that to pay tribute to somebody who died. So my bad, my fault on that.
No, that's big of you. But I didn't know that story. But because I thought he was being Jamal. Being
it's very Jamal-esque, right?
Yeah,
it's very Jamal-esque to just self-promote. So it looked like a layup to diss him on that. But I found that out.
But guess what? I'm right there with you. When you have a box safety who is an extended linebacker, put his ass in pass coverage, and we about to have a town. We about to have a party We about to hit it up.
17.5 million, man, for somebody who's not great at anything.
Bro, Seattle paid him. I don't get what? You paid that much money for a box safety. They do know this is a passing league. You paid that much money for a box. Who is it? John Schneider, the still GM for there. Sometimes he hits, and then sometimes he misses.
He's been missing a lot lately. His last hit was Metcalf.
Yeah, but this is a miss.
And without Russell Wilson, Metcalf is almost irrelevant.
No,
because Gino don't have balls to throw it downfield.
Nick,
the only time Metcalf did something was broken coverage.
Nick, don't you do that. You tell the truth. Without Russell Wilson, that offense is dead. Tell the truth.
Yeah. Russell Wilson is that offense.
That offense is dead.
Carson's out too, so I get it. You're missing your running back and your quarterback. Anybody who loses those top two guys, because you plan on those guys being your main.
Corey hit it big time. He said, I was so happy the Cowboys didn't sign him. Roy Williams is 2.0. Yeah, but Roy Williams was a box safety, man. You can still beat him on the coverage, though.
He was effective in the run game. He was a hard hitter. And I think Jamal has one interception. He has
in his career?
A dozen in his career. When he got traded, there's a Jet fan who put together Jamal Adams' career turnovers with the Jets, and it's a 7-second video of one interception.
And that's it.
That's it. It's a 7-second video.
Hey, Trevor Lawrence, eat on this one, man. This.
Yeah. Give me the
you
Jets.
Got the chance.
Even though that's a tough trip to make and a tough place to play, I don't have faith in.
I would say normally it's a tough place to play, but they've already lost 3 home games this year, and one was with Russ. I think a couple was with Russ. So at this point,
they lost the game that Russ got hurt in.
Yes, but then they lost to Tennessee. Tennessee got their comeback week 2, I believe.
Correct. They lost the first week. They lost the game that Russ got knocked out in, and then they lost this past week. So fuck it, make it 4. Keep the streak going. I like streaks.
Yeah. Here's another toilet bowl game. You got a Washington football team traveling to Denver, and shit, this is picking worst of the worst right now. Shit, I don't even know which one's worse.
I want to know Melvin's picks. I want to know who the hell Melvin's pick is. Melvin gets to watch me pick my picks, and then he can go different. You know what I'm saying? Like we got to start getting him on the show for pick 'em because he can separate himself from me. Who cares? All right, Corey, who cares?
No, you're right, Corey. I don't. This is nobody's watching this game.
No contest. Nobody's watching Denver. We put a black Sharpie through it
and just mark it out.
This game didn't ever even happen. You know what? Just because I like him, give me Washington because I really like Heineke. And I hope he can win a couple games and stay on.
He's been struggling, man. He's been struggling.
I know he has. Give me Washington. You know what? Give me Denver. I'm gonna go Denver because Washington, Denver is a bad place to go into and play.
I'm only going Denver is because Washington is just slightly worse than they are. That's it.
If Washington was home, I would flip it, but I forgot it's in Denver.
Yeah, it's in Denver. Here's America's game of the week. Going to be featured on Fox. 4:00 game. Tampa Bay, Tom Brady and them going to New Orleans.
I like New Orleans defense.
I do too.
But there's no fucking way I am picking Jameis Winston.
the crab legs.
Tom Brady. No because Brady might be playing better than he's ever played in his career. And that includes the 2007 season with Moss and Welker where he went off.
Where's the drop off? Where's the drop off on this old man? Where's the drop off on this old man?
Logic. Like Father Time might end up with one loss. Like Brady might just be like, you know what? I'm so good I can even beat Father Time.
It's looking that way.
The offensive plan, like Byron Leftwich, is just he's doing good. Bruce Arians even said, "It ain't me. Don't give me credit for this. It's all Byron Leftwich."
Corey said it perfect. He said, "I like New Orleans defense against Seattle, not TB12."
Exactly. they're a good squad. I love the Mario Davis, who was a Jet twice. I don't know why the fuck we let him go twice. But say you contain Tampa's offense, they're still scoring 27, right? I don't see the Saints putting up over 20. I would be shocked if the Saints score more than 20, even more than 17. I know Kamara is great, but you can drop back in zone and contain that. And when they do dump it off to him, which was their entire offense against Seattle,
yeah,
I like Todd Bowles. I'm shocked. This game's only 5.5. To be honest with you,
that's the spread.
Yeah, it's in New Orleans, so you get 3 like for being home. So basically, it's a 6-point swing because you start off with giving 3 as a home team, so it's basically 11.5.
Pretty
But
much.
it comes down 6 with the homes being the road team on the swing. Yeah, I have a hard time picking against Tampa right now because Tampa
they're on fire.
You put Lattimore on Evans. We're going to Godwin for a big game.
Yeah,
you put vice versa. It's
pick your poison.
And if they have to, they pound it with Fournette.
Pick your poison.
They can play whatever game they have to play to win. And they're doing what the Patriots used to do.
Yeah.
Whatever you take away, we're going to light your ass up with the other thing.
Something else. Yeah.
But they're doing it with far superior talent. They're not throwing it to fucking Hogan. They're fucking throwing it to Godwin. They're throwing it. I know Gronk is questionable. I don't know if Gronk will be back or if they're going to wait another week on him.
They'll probably wait another week.
There's no need to rush him back, right? Like,
and that's the thing.
O.J. Howard, who's now making plays. Like, pick your poison. Yeah, give me Tampa. And in a game, I don't think that should be close.
Here's the thing. It shouldn't be close, but I'll give Saints defense enough respect that they're not going to let Tampa Bay score 45. They'll let them score at 28. So out of respect for them, but still, Jameis Winston crab legs and Tim Tebow 2.0 Taysom Hill is not enough offense. And here's the thing:
Jameis going to have to the L this week. Get the
W. Eating the L, he's gonna be eating the L like a motherfucker this week. Because and look, Alvin Kamara is worldly at his position. He is out of this world. But damn it, he's not enough. The Saints don't have enough offense to hang with Tampa's offense. They just don't.
And they had a nice little start to their season, but this is going to be a game where you see how much they miss Michael Thomas.
Hey, look, the Saints is the only 4-2 team that I don't respect. That's the ugliest 4-2 team I've ever seen. I can't respect it. Sunday night game, you got Cowboys, Minnesota. How you looking at this game, man?
Man, I wish we could wait to pick this because word's coming out that they might sit Dak for this game because of his calf. Yeah. Word's coming out, his calf is still bothering him. And a lot of people are saying, Bart Scott was saying it earlier, a calf injury, if you don't let the calf heal, can lead to like a ruptured Achilles.
Which is worse.
Yes. And man, Can I put an asterisk on this? If Dak plays, give me Dallas. If Dak doesn't play, I take Minnesota. Since it's Thursday and we might not know till Saturday night.
Here. I'll give everybody in the Pick'em League a chance to wait on this one. Let's pick this one at 7:30 Eastern time, Sunday night. We'll make a pick on this one. Because I think that's fair. Because Dak not playing is a huge.
Because now you just key on the run. Now you key on the run and make them one-dimensional.
So I'll text Jamel and I'll let Melvin Wall know, and then we'll wait on that pick only because it's only fair.
Okay.
Because if we had a true definition of the injury report right now, we could make it a true pick on that. And Corey's saying, because he's a Cowboys fan, so he's going to know a lot about the Cowboys. He's saying he got cleared today, but I still want to wait because if that calf is really bothering him that bad, and he goes out there and messes it up or can't even play, that's a huge difference. Because who's your backup?
What's your main goal? Your main goal is win your division.
Yeah.
You could sit Dak for 3 weeks and probably have the lead in the division,
They're
right? And then you get right for the playoffs.
Look, that division is locked.
Yeah,
Cowboys, that's their division.
It's
All
over.
right, it's over.
So
that's
there's no
theirs.
reason to rush him in unless he's 100%. Because if he goes down, your season's over.
Big time. And we saw how that looked last year, so we know how that looks. So we'll wait on that pick. So let's move to Monday night's game. Giants traveling to Kansas City take on the struggling Kansas City Chiefs.
That 10-point spread, I'll be honest, like that 10-point spread scares the shit out of me.
Not only scares the shit out of me.
We didn't make it big. The Giants defense hasn't been playing bad.
They haven't.
It's the offense not being like consistent enough.
Yeah.
So that the spread scares me. Outright, I'm taking the Chiefs. Give me the Chiefs outright. But I think that's an easy pick. Going into there Monday night, they played like shit last week. You got to have faith in the coaching staff to make some adjustments and have a better game plan. I think the Giants can compete for a while, but I think the talent Kansas City has, like, they've been inconsistent this year. Tyreek Hill specifically, again, another guy I drafted. Metcalf, I got him too. Guys who have a huge play, disappear for long periods of time. But Hill, against the Giants secondary, will have one of his 11-catch, 200-yard, 2-3 touchdown games.
Hey, Nick. Jabril Peppers just went IR. He's done for the season. That's their best safety.
Yeah.
Now, if they want to keep playing too high safety, this might be the game that Patrick might be okay still forcing those deep throws against this too high safety because without Jabril Peppers, I know he's not a huge difference maker in the.
He's a good force. He's a solid.
But that's what I'm saying. I give him enough respect that I think he's solid enough. But man, you asking to a team like the Chiefs who got to be pissed off about all this noise about them. They got to be pissed off about this, but they got to be pissed off at themselves because they did it to themselves.
Yeah.
So
this is a good game to get shit going in the right direction. This is a good momentum turning game.
That's what they've been doing all season. They get the week 1 win against Cleveland. They could have lost, but they get it. You lose to top 4 contenders in the AFC. You lose to the Chargers, Ravens, Buffalo, Tennessee. But in the mix of that, they beat Washington.
You're missing one of those top 4. Cincinnati, baby.
They got them.
They didn't play them yet.
They got them later in the season. They do got them on that schedule. People need to look at the Chiefs' schedule. That's not an easy schedule to maneuver
not
through.
At all. Not at all. But you never
um,
thought it'd be 0-4 with those 4.
No, you didn't.
2
you
and
at
2,
least
3 and
2 and 2
2
maybe. Yes, 2 and 2
all of
for
us
sure.
had them 2 and 2 at worst.
Yeah,
3 and 1 probable.
Yes, but
this is a game where if I tell you right now, Chiefs won 49-10, you'd be like, all right, I can see it. But now if I say Chiefs won 27-24,
I can see that.
I can see it.
I can see that.
No? Let me ask you this. Can you see the Chiefs losing this game?
Yes.
Yeah?
I can.
Really?
You just got to look at, come on, Nick, momentum plays a big part in sports.
Absolutely.
Chiefs are down on their momentum. Giants are up on their momentum.
They beat the Panthers, though, man.
I get it. But
it was a convincing win.
When you're playing a team,
this ain't the Panthers.
I get that. But when you're playing a team that's astronomical horrible on defense, you automatically have a chance to be in that game.
Is Barkley back?
No.
Another week?
Probably another week, but it don't matter. You can throw anybody. You can run on that defense now.
Perry? Perry's the backup?
I can't remember.
I think it's Penny because he had. There's Booker and Penny, I think.
It don't matter.
Sounds like 2 point guards in basketball. They got Booker and Penny.
Look, when you play in a team that is so horrifically bad on defense, you have a chance in that game. And with the Chiefs right now, it's not just their defense playing horrible, it's the whole team playing horrible. So you do have a chance to win the game. That's why I
Yeah.
answered that question. I can see them losing, the Chiefs losing this game just based off of the momentum. But I'm still rolling with the Chiefs because they have to win this one. I said it on the show on Monday with me and you, and I said it on the late night show. This stretch of games that the Chiefs got the next four, they got Raiders in there, Giants, of course, Sunday, Packers are in there, and Cowboys. Four tough ass games.
I
And
had a
the
phone
only
call come in, and your audio cut out. Give me those 4 games. I heard Packers and Cowboys.
so they got Giants this Monday night. After that, Packers. After that, Raiders, and after that, Cowboys. This is a tough ass stretch.
Shit.
They need to get this one because to me, this might be the only one that looks like a guarantee to get.
You might be like me, looking at the draft picks coming soon, man. That's a tough run.
If they go, and I said this, if they go 1-3 or 0-4 in this 4 game stretch, it's over.
Oh fuck yeah!
It's
Especially
over.
with how top heavy the AFC is, because there's a lot of bottom feeders. What are they right now? 3-4.
3-4.
Where's the Packer game?
Kansas City. Same.
That Sunday Night Football. Did Sunday Night Football scoop that one up?
I think so.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it would make only sense to do it. Packers, they got
the Packers. The way you're playing now, can they turn it around? Absolutely. 1-3, 2-2 at best. If you get the Raiders, but the Raiders are throwing the ball downfield well, and you can't stop that shit.
They got the Chiefs got to go. They got to go 2-2 in this next stretch for it.
At worst.
To have me have hope that they can turn this season around, they have to go 2-2 in this stretch.
Beat the Cowboys, you know that.
Yeah, but luckily they got the Cowboys and the Packers at home. Luckily, so luckily you get the Giants, Cowboys, and the Packers all at home. You got to go to Vegas, but if they don't go 2-2, man, and this is just me with my sports analyst hat on, it's going to be tough to turn the season around. If my Chiefs hat on, if they go 2-2, I have hope. If they go 1-3 and 0-4, I'm packing up all my Chiefs gear because the season is done.
I'll tell you, 2-2 might be too much because 2-2 puts you at 6 losses. Even if you run the table, you're 11-6. That might not be good enough in the AFC.
Now that I think about it, you got a point right there because 10 wins. Look at Miami last year. 10 wins didn't get them in the playoffs.
And now you're adding another game.
Now you're adding another game.
So 11-6 might not be good enough for a wild card.
11-6 is the cutoff now.
Yeah,
11-6 is the cutoff.
Yeah,
especially like you said, that top heavy AFC. There's a lot of teams that got 2 losses, and there's a lot of teams that already got 5 wins.
Yeah.
So
the head-to-head's going to matter, right? You got to snip the Raiders.
And they lost all of them already. They've lost all of them already.
Yeah. Raiders can win 10, 11 games. Titans, Colts are probably going to win 10, 11 games minimum. Chargers are going to win that. Bills are going to win that.
Ravens going to win that.
Ravens are going to win that. Now it's a matter of Cincinnati's probably going to win that. So
they're looking right
11
now,
games and be looking out.
Boy, it's tough.
2-2 might put the nail in the coffin because now you got to win out.
They're almost at that point that I think you might have to, if not win out, you can at most for the rest of the season lose 1 to 2 games.
Yeah, you go 2-2. That's your 2 games. Like I said, now you got to run the table to get to 11-6.
Matter of fact, let me pull up the Chiefs schedule real quick because I know we're putting.
And you
emphasis.
Still got to play the Chargers. You got to play the Raiders again. You haven't played the Raiders yet, right?
No, and that's why
the Raiders twice, the Chargers, the Packers, the Cowboys.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like this 4-game stretch that they're about to go on, they get 3 at home. Like I said, you get the Giants, Packers at home, then you go to Vegas, then you get Cowboys at home. It does lighten up because you're going to get the Broncos at home right there, but then you got the Raiders coming in. That's going to be a tough game. The Raiders already proved last year that they can go in the Arrowhead and beat you, so that's not a gimme. Then you get the Chargers in LA. That's not going to be a gimme. You get Pittsburgh at home. You should win that.
Yeah.
You got to go to Cincinnati after that. You got to go to Cincinnati.
Not a gimme anymore, right?
No, that's far from it.
That could go either way. Even if
First of all,
Cincinnati, even if Kansas City gets right, that game could still go any way because Burrow can light up your D and go in a shootout with Mahomes.
Cincinnati's no longer the doormat no more.
No,
They're not. And then you end the season against Denver, so that's a gimme. So,
what do you got? You got the Giants should be a gimme. Pittsburgh should be a gimme.
That's two.
Denver. Those are three gimmies. You
get
Kansas City win those other games? Yes.
They get Denver twice, so that's 2 wins.
Okay.
Pittsburgh, Giants.
Yeah.
Those are the 4 gimmies.
I know you might not like this, man.
No. Hey.
You might
I'm
be
a realist. I'm a realist.
You might be looking at a losing record.
I am a realist. Take fandom away. When I get on this camera, I got to tell the truth. I've only seen 4 gimmies.
I got to head out. We got my buddy just texted me now. Another coach. We got a conference championship this week.
Okay.
Do me a favor because we win this conference on Sunday. I might not make it till 7:30 Sunday night. If Dak is in, I want the Cowboys.
Okay.
If Dak is out, give me the Vikings.
Okay, because I got by 7:30, I got a feeling that if y'all win that conference championship, it might be a little bit too much celebrating going on. But it's cool. But no,
my Jets won't win, but my son's Broncos team will. But let me run, brother. Peace. Thank you for having me.
All right, my brother.
Mel, get home safe, buddy. I'll talk to you guys soon.
All right, be good, Nick. Man, it's going to be a tough stretch for the Chiefs. Very tough stretch, as we just alluded to, as Nick had to go off. Let's send some good positive vibes towards Nick and his youth football league team. He coaches his son on a youth football league team out there in Jersey. So rooting for them. But look, I just laid out the schedule right there for the Chiefs. Monday night got the Giants. I think they should win that one. I can see them losing if they continue to turn the ball over, continue to not maintain possessions. Still having some blocking issues, keeping Patrick Mahomes protected. But Mahomes also is at fault for some of the bad play that is going on with the offense with the Chiefs. Forcing turnovers, getting stripped, not taking care of the football, questionable decision making. So he is at fault to blame at that. I will put blame on the coaching staff. I think you got to force Mahomes to take the underneath routes by calling certain plays that's not going to put your receivers so deep, running those deep routes. Have them start running more intermediate routes, more short routes. Force Mahomes to make those throws to those routes that are being called. But they got to run the ball. And here's a game against the Giants that the Chiefs have to run the ball. Pull up your stats, everybody. Chiefs defense, one of the worst against the run. Right in front of them are the Giants. You can run against the Giants. Run the ball, Kansas City. You still have enough adequate players on your roster to run the football. Darrell Williams, I like Darrell Williams. Good runner, hard runner. Hits the hole. He's not that in the backfield doing all the dancing and nothing like that. He sees the hole, he hits the hole, and he hits it hard. Jerick McKinnon, been in the league for years. Had a couple of injuries in San Francisco, but before that, he was a good running back with Minnesota, part of their run offense. He shows he can run the ball, but he's more of a scat back as well. So he can catch the ball on screens. He can get to the flat. That helps your offense. But Kansas City, man, luckily you get some of these tough games at home. But like I said, the next 4 to me are going to be telling of what is up with the Chiefs, what they have left. Are they going to be able to get out this rut that they're currently in? And like I said, Monday night Giants, you should win that one. But you got Aaron Rodgers coming in the next week. It's going to be a 4:30 game, 4:25 game. Going to be America's game. All eyes is going to be on that. It's going to be Aaron Rodgers versus Patrick Mahomes. So the media is going to be all over that. So you got to show up, at least compete in that one. If you lose that one, I won't, as a Chiefs fan, Of course, I will be disappointed because I want my team to win. But as a fan of sports, losing to Aaron Rodgers, it happens. It's Aaron Rodgers. He's one of the best. It's going to happen. He's going to beat you more times than lose to you. It happens. You go to Vegas after that. It hurts to say this as a Chiefs fan. The Raiders are a legitimate team this year. You know, I went on man down and I said them dudes gonna get 6 wins. I primarily said that out of hate, not so much logic. But I know when I'm wrong, and I can admit the Raiders are not a 6-win team. They're at least minimum a 10-win team, just the way that they're playing right now. They're a legitimate team. So going to Vegas, not going to be easy. Even though the last few years, the Chiefs have held a dominance over Raiders, but this ain't the same Raiders. They're just not. They're not the same Raiders. They're not the doormat Raiders in the AFC West no more. That is not that. You get the Cowboys after that. We obviously see how the Cowboys are playing, how well they are, how great they're looking. And so that's a game that you can't overlook. Of course, we're going to pay attention to the health of Dak Prescott. Hopefully, the calf situation it can get squared away, but that's not a gimme. Luckily, you get the Broncos after the Cowboys. The way that the Broncos are playing, that is a doormat of the division. You should win that one, especially at home. Then you get the Raiders coming again. Again, not a gimme no more. The Raiders proved that, hey, we're going to go to Arrowhead like they did last year. We're going to play you toe to toe, blow for blow, and then let the chips fall. But they walked out with a victory. So that's not a gimme no more. You go to LA, see the Chargers. Chargers already beat the Chiefs in Arrowhead this year, week 3. So Chargers can prove that they can beat the Chiefs. They've already done it. But now you got to go to LA. And Chargers look good this year. They're they're not losing those games that they have been losing under Anthony Lynn. I like Anthony Lynn, but under his coaching, that team lost a lot of one possession games. And last time I saw it was like 19 or something like that over his whole tenure. They're not losing those one possession games right now. They're either winning or they're Baltimore game, they get blown out. More times than not, they're winning games. They could have won. They should have won that game against the Cowboys. Had a couple of touchdowns called back. But as long as the Chargers aren't shooting themselves in the foot, Chargers are a damn good team. And so that's not a gimme. You get Pittsburgh after that, you should be Pittsburgh. We've already talked about it on the show. I've gone on Man Down show. As long as Pittsburgh has Big Ben quarterbacking, I'm leaning towards the other team. And more times than not. If the team is the Jets or like the Lions or some scrub team at the bottom, then I might go Pittsburgh, but not against quality teams when you got Big Ben back there. Yeah, I can't take that. Big Ben is a liability. Dude can't move. He's a statue back there. All right, a complete statue. I've seen mountains have more mobility than Big Ben. I'm exaggerating, but I'm just trying to emphasize how immobile Big Ben is. So you should win that. And then you gotta go to Cincinnati. Welcome to the jungle. When the boys get to playing that shit down there in Cincinnati, Ohio. Welcome to the jungle. We got fun and games. Get that crowd going nuts, acting a damn plum fool. That's a hard place to play. And the Bengals look good right now. I get that's January 2nd, and a lot of things can change. Injuries, momentum, whatever. Trade deadline, matter of fact, for the NFL is Tuesday. I'm definitely keeping my eyes open on that. As a Chiefs fan, I already saw that they put in a bid to Pittsburgh to try to get Melvin Ingram out of Pittsburgh. But I don't think Pittsburgh's going to make that trade. They've already kind of said word that they prefer moving him to a NFC team. I guess they're thinking they're still in contention. I don't. You're not in contention. That division's too tough for y'all to even get out the cellar on that one. So and then you finish up in Denver. You should win that one too. Chiefs have been owning Denver the last 6 years and been beating the dog snot out of them. So they should win that one. Like I said, there's only four gimme games that I see on the rest of that schedule. Only four. And there's 10 games left that you got to play. And there's only four that I see that are gimmies. And so as a fan of the Chiefs, I'm trying to be optimistic, but they're not giving me a lot to be optimistic on. The turnovers got to stop. The fumbles, the interceptions, the penalties. Oh my God, some of these penalties that the Chiefs are getting are just nonsense, complete nonsense. Just just disgusting bullshit. Look, the Chiefs are just looking like complete bullshit right now. Let's just be frank about it. They are absolutely a horrendous football team right now. Talent's still there. They just got to clean up some stuff. That defense is far from fixable, but you can help them out. Maintain longer drives, run the ball, keep them on the sideline, keep Patrick Mahomes on the field, as long as he's not turning the ball over. They need to hold him accountable for that. I'm not saying you bench Patrick Mahomes, but me personally, I know Chad Henne is the backup. I get you don't bench Patrick Mahomes for Chad Henne. No, you don't. But in practice, I mean, at least play with you mentally to think that I will bench you. I would start taking some of those first team reps and giving them to Chad, just so, hey Patrick, I know how much money we paying you, but I need you to understand the urgency of where we at. I need you to get it together. Stop the turnovers. I would do mental things like that. That's just me. I don't think Andy Reid would do that. I would, because I need you to get your competitive juices back. I need you to get your urgency back. I need you to get all the tangibles that you have brought to this franchise before this year. Bring them back. Um, hey Corey, let's talk about it because you said it. Bench Andy Reid. I'm not opposed to it. I am not, and I said this on a sports late night owl show Monday night. I am seeing a trend with Andy Reid right here that I saw in Philly on his way out, and I'm not trying to correlate the situations, but it's oddly similar. So 2012 in August, he had the unfortunate um, passing of his son, OD'd at the training camp, and he still coached that season, but you could tell mentally he was not there. And I think it clouded his coaching judgment. And the Eagles went 4-12, got fired, didn't take time off, immediately got a job in Kansas City, 2013, been in Kansas City since. So right before the Super Bowl, I don't know if everybody remembers this, his other son got in that car accident in Kansas City, put a little 5-year-old girl in a coma, and she has since come out, but I think she's paralyzed. So here's another tragic incident with his kids that he has mentally think has taken him out of the game, because watching that Super Bowl, he didn't make adjustments at all. Refused to run the ball, kept running deep routes on the too high safety that the Buccaneers literally ran to perfection, and refused to adjust. And I think that played in his coaching judgment in the Super Bowl. And I still think it hasn't changed because he's still doing the same coaching in the Super Bowl that he's doing right now in these first 7 games, refusing to run the ball, refusing to make adjustments in the routes that his receivers are running, and putting his quarterback in a position to make a non-consensual I'm getting my words fucked up, but a non-logical thought on where he should place the football. And so it's a trickle down effect. He hasn't made adjustments, period. So Corey, bro, you ain't saying nothing that I have not thought already. I would not be opposed if Andy just like, because here's my thing. If all this family issue with your son that happened before the Super Bowl is really heavily affecting your coaching decision, it's okay to step away, to have a mental break. And my thing is Andy's old enough. He's been in the league long enough. You play or you coached long enough. We know about your legacy. We know what you can do. If you stepped away right now, nobody's going to fault you. If you need just a mental time to step away from the game, because I don't think he ever took that mental time to step away from the game after his first incident in Philly or after his son passed away in Philly in 2012. So if you need some time to step away from the game, then go ahead. I will be okay with doing it. And I am one of the Chiefs fans that I don't believe Eric Bieniemy is making those calls, offensive calls, or calling the offensive plays, because he is a former running back, and I have it hard to believe that he wouldn't be committed to the run. Being a former running back, that just thinking that you just gonna gunsling it the whole game is conducive to winning football games. I just don't believe Eric Bieniemy is that type to think that, yeah, we're just gonna just keep throwing it, and if it don't work, we're just gonna keep throwing it. I don't believe he subscribes to that philosophy. There's just no way I believe that. And so, as much blame that Patrick gets, that he does deserve right now because he's not playing well, there's got to be some emphasis on the coaching. There has to be. And me and Corey, me and you talked about this on Tuesday night on Man Down. The saying we caught up to Patrick Mahomes, bullshit. Bullshit. Patrick Mahomes is one of one talent, just like Lamar Jackson is, just like Derrick Henry is. You don't catch up to that. You can hope to contain it. That's it. It's just a hope to contain it. But I do believe the NFL has caught up to the game plan. Yes, Corey, thank you. Thank you. There's a difference. You can catch up to the way a team plays offense and the way that they game plan their offense. You can't necessarily catch up to a player that is of out of this world like Patrick Mahomes. You can hope to contain him. You can't catch up to him. There's quarterbacks that can't do what Patrick Mahomes does. There's things that Lamar Jackson does that nobody else can do. You can't catch up to that. You can hope to contain it. But if you put that player in a certain game plan and you can catch up to that game plan and how they implement it, that's something totally different. It's two totally different things. People in the NFL, defensive coordinators, have caught up to Andy Reid's offense. That's it. But they have not caught up to Patrick Mahomes. That's not the same thing. I get what Melvin Wall's point was. I get it. I understand it. But it's no different from any other great athlete in any other sport that has total dominance because they're so great. You don't catch up to them. You catch up to what that team does. And right now, teams have caught up to how the Chiefs play offense. So I don't want to hear none of that nonsense no more. And that's not me being a homer of the Chiefs. That is me being a fan of sports and saying Patrick Mahomes is one of one. There's nothing else like him out there that's playing quarterback. Lamar Jackson is one of one. There's no other quarterback like him. I can't catch up to that. I can hope to contain it. And right now, Patrick Mahomes is being contained the way that the Chiefs are running their offense, and the defenses have caught up to that. And they made it so simple. Two high safeties, because we know what you got in Tyreek Hill, we know what you got in Travis Kelce, and what you got in Mahomes. So we're going to try to take that away. They are taking away. It's up to Mahomes and Andy Reid to get it together and say, hey, that not gonna work no more. Let's adjust. Let's you as a coach make a real effort to change your game plan. Let's you as Patrick Mahomes, the quarterback, make a true effort to make sure you hit the open receivers, take what the defense gives you. If we both come together and make 100% effort to just take what the defense gives us, we'll be back on track. But until that happens, you will continue to see the Chiefs struggle. So that's that. Hey, shout out to everybody. Shout out Nick hopping on to the show. Our favorite homie of the I.O.W network, I.O.W Sports Show. Shout out Detroit Mel. He's enjoying himself out in Arizona with the fam. Um, Shout out Corey, shout out Mel of the Man Down Podcast, chopping it up in here in the comments. Y'all definitely go check out the Man Down Podcast network. Like, share, subscribe on their Facebook and their YouTube. Great show. They've had me on their show a couple of times. And man, them boys get the clowning, man, but they know their sports. They know their sports. And it's not just football. They know their basketball. Me and Corey, we could talk baseball, so Corey knows his baseball. Hey, Corey, real quick, is it just me? But when I see the Astros in the World Series, I can't help but to think, is these motherfuckers still cheating? I can't help but to think it. But anyway, y'all definitely go shout out Man Down Podcast. Make sure those watching, go to the YouTube page, the Facebook page of the I.O.W Sports. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification button, and spread the word. We love what we do, and we just gonna keep on trucking and keep. Funny how they won at home, huh? Right? How many trash cans they beat on last night to get that World Series game, man? Anyway, but look, we got our picks in. We talked some sports. Episode 100. Episode 100 will be Monday. Big milestone show for us here at the I.O.W Sports Show. So tune in 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time this Monday for our 100th episode. Mel will be back. I'm pretty sure Nick's available to be with us for sure. But definitely come back, chop it up with us Monday. We'll definitely talk some college football after the weekend. There's going to be some shuffle in the rankings. We'll definitely be talking some Week 8 NFL football. Some NBA action is in full gear. I'm pretty sure we'll touch on that. The World Series will be in full swing, so we'll definitely talk about that as well. But look, it's been real. It's been a fantastic time. Great show today. And I will see you guys, God willing, Monday for episode 100 of I.O.W Sports, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Y'all come chop it up with us. Y'all be good. Peace, love, and stay safe out there. COVID's still crazy and motherfuckers still crazy out there. But no, y'all be good, world. Peace.